So I'm Tom Ivar Arntzen. I am Animations that is making the rhythm platformer called Klang.
So what is Klang?
Yeah, so Klang is a rhythm platformer where you defeat enemies by reflecting their attacks while they're keeping your groove going, while at the same time, it's also a 2D platformer, so you have to avoid environmental hazards that's also synced to the music.
So what were some of your inspirations when making this game?
So I've always liked rhythm games and also action games respectively. But the thing with the rhythm games were like they're only about pushing the buttons. They don't really give you anything more than that. Like there's no immersion, there's no world building, no character development, etc. But action games has that in plenty, like God of War, Devil May Cry, etc. But in those games, the music is just stale and static. Like the music doesn't care whether you're doing well or poorly. It just plays. So I figured like, why not just mesh these two feelings together to make something that lets you truly become immersed with the music?
Are you a fan of techno and EDM music?
That's my jam. That's like what I listen to all the time. And the composer there is my favorite jam, like Blind.
What are some of the challenges when having the players
right,
do so many things on the screen simultaneously, moving, hitting enemies, all that stuff?
Yeah, the challenging part about that was to balance the difficulty curve, and most importantly, make sure that everything is perfectly readable. Like that whole cone system and like the arrows, it's taken an insane amount of experimentation to get it to the point where it confuses almost no one. So that has been extremely challenging. I think we've landed on the perfect sweet spot now.
When does your game come out and what platforms will it be on?
2016, and we're shooting for summer.
Awesome. And Xbox One, PS4, and PC?
Consoles will hopefully be following shortly. Like it's currently in development for PC, Mac, and Linux. And we are like working behind the scenes to like get a console port going, but we don't have anything to announce as of yet.
What did you develop the game in? What engine?
So it's developed in Construct 2, which is this HTML5 based engine. So actually when I playtest the game, I actually use like Firefox. And it really surprised me for a long while how well it ran on a freaking browser. So we might pursue that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the game can it be a browser-based game, like similar to the old school Newgrounds games that you saw in the 90s?
Yeah, well, like Newgrounds specifically has like game size limitations, so we may not publish it there, but like it's a possibility we might pursue.
Awesome. Where did you guys get the idea for this game?
Yeah, so like I've always like a few years ago I kept listening to this video game soundtrack community called Overclocked Remix, which was like just this homage to gaming culture in general. And every time I just listened to random tracks and there was like this track that just blew my mind, it always came from this Blind guy. So I just approached him one day and like, hey, do you want to work with me? And I sent him a prototype with a Mega Man 9 remix in it that he made. And it, like literally within 5 minutes, it just like, yes. And that's how I knew, okay, this is totally happening.
So how did you guys work together in creating the soundtrack and rhythm experience?
Yeah, like usually I have a vague idea of what I wanted. So like I tell him, like, okay, this is going to be like this foresty area and it's going to have this sort of mood. And then I just give him complete creative freedom. And the track he sends me back usually just blows my mind, but also inspires the mechanics and the level design and everything. So his music is completely integral to how I make the game.